Hello and welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast. This is Joseph underscore Ard. Um, this is going to be a different sort of episode a little bit today. If you are watching on YouTube, I would advise you to go and listen to the podcast form to get the full experience, since only half of the recording will be on YouTube. So that out of the way, it's going to be different because I am recording my stuff separately from Charles's due to some IRL issues that came up. So we're not going to be able to record on Thursday nights like we normally do. That also means this will go out in a little bit, but there wasn't a live stream for this episode. So yeah, that out of the way. Let's go ahead and get into my experiences of the week once I am done hatching all of these different eggs that popped up right when I turned on the game. All right, so let's get into here. My experience this past week, just been, like everybody, catching a bunch of ghost Pokemon. I have been battling a fair bit in the Halloween Cup. I actually quite like the Halloween Cup, to be honest. My team, since last week, has changed. One might say it has evolved. The current team that I'm working with is Gengar, Shiftry, and Alolan Ninetales. That's been working quite well for me. I did try using Obstagoon instead of Ninetales for a little while, but I found that I liked Ninetales a little better in that third slot. I start with Gengar. For those that don't PvP much, at least my personal opinion, one of the best things to do is start off with someone, and maybe even just have all three of them, with being able to charge up their charged moves as quick as possible. Because you want to run down their shields, and then you don't have to worry about them blocking your damage. But yeah, I like starting off with Gengar, just because in this setup, there's less of an opportunity for someone to, because of the restricted typing, it's less of an opportunity for them to be super effective against me without me also being super effective against them. But yeah, as far as Pokemon caught this past week, I did get myself a shiny Mischievous this past week. I have not evolved it in just yet. I'm not sure if I will, to be honest. Its IVs are okay-ish. It's 11, 9, 11. But yeah, I'll probably just hang on to it for now and decide another time. I do kind of like that the different Pumpkaboos, even in your Pokemon box, show at a different size. So that's pretty neat. So especially the contrast between the giant ones and the little ones. When I saw the first giant one pop up on the overworld, I was like, "Holy cow!" Because they are quite big. But yeah, I also hatched a Sandile this week, so that's pretty awesome in and of itself. So I'm pretty happy about that. So now I do actually have enough candies to evolve it, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet if I want to evolve this one or wait for another. But yeah, that's been my main experiences this week. Just getting out and about, and I've been hatching quite a few, mostly because I bought that Halloween pack, the pumpkin pack. So it's got a lot of good value, especially if you're looking for incubators. So that's pretty nice there. And I have 0 eggs right now, so I'm gonna have to open some gifts and get stuff back in incubators. But yeah, let's head on over to the Discord and check to see what we've got there for experiences of the week. We have had quite the discussion, actually, before I get to experiences of the week. We've been talking about whether or not hoagies are sandwiches, or how hoagies are subs. And then someone also brought up the fact that they think hot dogs are sandwiches as well. And basically, it boils down to the definition. it's been an interesting conversation. I think what was kind of settled on as far as hoagies being subs is that hoagies are subs, but subs aren't necessarily hoagies. Uh, and so, being that a sub is a broader definition. But anyway, those are some of the things that you could experience if you hop into our Discord, and you can do that by going to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast. And any of the tiers will get you into our Discord. All right, let's take a look at this past week for everybody. All right, looked at those ones. Oh, Kittens and High Fives. This is a pretty cool experience. So, Kittens and High Fives said, I have a killer experience of the week, but it was in Sylph. Sylph pictures accompany it, and I have permission from the other party. The explanation may warrant a voicemail, so I really hope that a voicemail does come in. But I think it'll be great. So hopefully they touched base, and Charles will include that in his portion of this episode. Old Man Tup coming in with a 100% Galarian Yamask. And then Mr. Tambourine with a 100% Esper. Pretty awesome stuff there. And a shiny Pidgey. And he says he's going to save it for Charles. So we'll see how Charles is loving that. And then Mr. Tambourine also. So Mr. Tambourine, if I remember correctly, he's a bus driver. So he talks about here how a kindergarten who rides his bus gave him a little Pikachu figure, which I think is just adorable and awesome. And then we've got Barry Folk with a 100% Venonat. And then Kittens and High Fives. Yeah, he's been opening up some of the TCG packs. This one is from the new collections set. This Zekrom Full Art, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't do the TCG a whole lot. Like, I have some cards, but I'm not actively involved in it currently. If I remember correctly, this Zekrom Full Art was the first ever full art. And they're reusing a lot of older cards in this set. So they've got two subsets, a classic subset and another subset for this set of cards. And a lot of people are really loving this collection set. And then they're also showing off a full art of, it's in Japanese, but I know that's Zekrom, and I think that's Reshiram. So those are pretty awesome images there. Duly noted, showing off a really good Slackoth. A shiny Slackoth, rather. Not necessarily good for PvP. But yeah. And then we've got Canned Beans. Canned Beans hit level 40. Took them less than a year, so they're pretty stoked about that. And there's a little conversation here in the chat about how'd you do that. And basically boils down to, if you focus on friendship levels and become best friends, that is a ton of experience. So it's a lot easier to hit level 40 nowadays than it was when the game first opened. I mean, you never hear anybody talking these days about popping a lucky egg to do an evolution session. So back in the day, that was one of the best ways to get experience, was to pop a lucky egg and just evolve. But yeah, crazy times, how the game has changed. Now let's hop over to our discussion of the week. And I've only got the Reddit side. Hopefully Charles will cover anything that came in over Spotify. So we've got, the discussion was, what is your favorite Halloween tradition? And Digipair says that he enjoys watching a very bad TV show, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. I've never personally heard of that, but I'll take your advice on that. It's a bad show. And then Mr. Tambourine came in saying that his only tradition is to watch old monster movies, Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and things like that. He loves the old Universal movies, so a lot of fun there. For me, traditions. So a lot of people do carved pumpkins, and my kids want to do carved pumpkins this year, so we'll probably do carved pumpkins this year. But in the past, for the past 5 years, I think, we've painted pumpkins, and usually I pick a figure and I paint it. Four of the past 5 years have all been Pokemon, um, and so I painted a Charmander, a Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and a Pikachu. Actually, I can, for those that are here, there we go. Okay. Oh, is that not gonna? There we go. Ish. uh, so yeah, for those that are looking at this in um, video form on YouTube, I am showing those four that I painted the past several years. So a lot of fun there. Um, but yeah, like I said, we're probably gonna carve pumpkins this year because my boys want to carve pumpkins. So that'll be fun. Um, and I have no idea what Charles does for 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 Halloween. We've never actually discussed it. Now there is. I want to mention this one. I'm not going to go over it, but was um, a discussion item submitted here from Mythical Time Lord, and I think it's a great discussion to have. But I would rather have Charles is a big focus on it. So I think we're going to wait for a time when Charles and I can both be on to discuss this. So hopefully next week. So, all right, now on to the news. So, Niantic, I didn't even realize that this was something that was in the works, but apparently Niantic and Nintendo are working in conjunction to launch a new, I assume AR, because that's what Niantic is all about. It's all about AR. A new AR game called Pikmin Bloom. The details aren't fully out on what you're going to do. They do talk about walking to make flowers bloom and logging memories and things like that. It says a day to walk with everyone. Apparently, there's going to be a community day similar to Pokemon Go. But these are only available in a couple of countries. Let's see. I'm trying to see if the announcement doesn't appear to actually state which countries. But if I can't remember which. It might have been Australia. I think it was only two countries. I think Australia was one of the main beta areas. So they're launching this in beta. I'm not a big fan of the Pikmin IP in general. I don't dislike Pikmin. It's just I've never really done anything with it, so it doesn't hold any spot in my heart for nostalgia or anything like that. So I probably will not play this. I might give it a week. I might try it for a week or something and see if it's any good. But beyond that, I probably won't play it, to be completely honest. But for those of you that like Pikmin, we have no idea when this is going to be made available worldwide. Hopefully it does not go the same. What happened to the Catan, or Catan, however you want to pronounce it. Hopefully what happened to Catan World doesn't happen to the Pikmin one. I assume it won't, simply because Pikmin, I feel, is a bigger IP, so it should garner more interest, but I could be wrong. So we'll have to wait and see more details on that. So there is that. They have announced the November Community Day. Now, in the previous dev diary, they did a hint that it was going to be an electric type. So it makes a lot of sense that Shinx is going to be the Community Day Pokemon, with Luxray able to learn charged attack, the charged attack Psychic Fangs. So charged attack, Psychic Fangs, the charged attack Psychic Fangs, will be in trainer battles, 40 power and a guaranteed to lower the opposing Pokemon's defense. So that's pretty nice actually, being able to lower the defense. And then in gym and raid battles is just 30 power. So no additional effect on it. And then of course they've got the $1 Community Day pass that you can get. The event bonuses, and I like they've restructured how they do the announcement page. I'm kind of digging it actually. It's going to be Sunday, November 21st, 11 to 5 p.m., 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. The event bonuses will be quarter hatch distance, and that's the ones that are already in incubators will not get that bonus. So just remember, you need to put them in the incubators once the event starts. And then the normal ones with lures and incense lasting longer as well. And then snapshots, which I always forget to do, to get extra Community Day Pokemon. And then they're actually going to have some special bonuses as well. They say to celebrate the last Community Day event of the year before the annual big December Community Day event, 2 additional bonuses will be available. So they're going to have triple transfer candy. That's pretty nice. And then they're also going to have a 4 times chance of earning XL candy when you transfer the Pokemon. So you may want to start saving up Pokemon specifically to transfer during Community Day, because those are some really big bonuses. So just keep that in mind moving forward. Be cognizant of Pokemon that you would like to have more candy and XL candy for. So now they have made their monthly announcement, as it were, with the upcoming events. So research breakthrough for November is going to be Vullaby. They are going to continue the 1 Pokecoin weekly bundles. And again, they'll have remote raid passes and a few other little novelty items in there. We still have Darkrai until the 5th. And then from the 5th to the 16th, we're going to get the 3 Musketeers. And their shiny forms will be available. So that's Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. And then starting on November 16th, did I say so? That previous one, I think I might have misspoke. November 5th to November 16th. I think I might have said the 6th, but no, it's still the 16th. And then on the 16th until December 1st, we're going to have Cresselia. Now, one thing to remember when it comes to Cresselia, assuming that the levels are consistent as before, if I remember correctly, now this may have been from research, but if I remember correctly, they are just above 1,500, and so if you trade it specifically looking for worse IVs, it is possible to get a Great League Cresselia. I'd have to double check on the level there, but that's happened in the past, so that may be an option if it's borderline there. And then Mega Raids until November 5th, we have Mega Absol, and then again the 5th to the 16th, that same time frame, is Mega Manectric, and then from the 16th to December 1st will be Mega Lopunny. And then again, raid hours on Wednesday evenings will have the corresponding setups as well. Then we have Spotlight hours, and this is interesting because the Spotlight hours for the last 3 Tuesdays are all starters. So I guess I'll start at the beginning. So November 2nd is Cacnea, November 9th is Chinchou, November 16th is Turtwig, November 23rd is going to be Chimchar, November 30th is going to be Piplup. And then we already talked about Community Day, and then we have some other events coming up. So Dia de los Muertos, or Dia de Muertos. I thought there was a los in there. Guess not. Dia de Muertos, the Day of the Dead, will be celebrated. I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit, but that'll be on November 1st and November 2nd. And then we are going to have a celebration event to celebrate the launch of the new main series games, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And we don't know any details about this event yet, but it'll happen from November 16th to the 21st. And then actually before that, we will have the Festival of Lights from November 5th to November 14th. And then they talk about how we're going to close out the Season of Mischief. The last line of it will open up, and the bonuses will be available November 26th to the 29th. So, and they said we will have more information later as we go. So, yeah, and if you go over to our subreddit, that's reddit.com/r/Pokemon GO Podcast, we also have an infographic posted there from Go Stadium with all the details of the November events as well. And then, like I said, I was going to talk about the Dia de Muertos event. So, that's going to be Monday and Tuesday, November 1st and 2nd. Lore modules and incense will each last 90 minutes, and there will be double catch Stardust during the event. You will get one bonus transfer candy, which, again, I don't think I would... Well, one bonus, I guess, is not three times transfer candy. So you might want to wait for Community Day to hold on to those ones that you want to transfer. And then we will have a collection challenge. So if you complete the Pokedex collection challenge, so if you catch the specific Pokemon that it tells you to collect, you will encounter a Shedinja and receive a Poffin and an Incense as a reward for that. Go Battle Day, November 1st. So you can get 4 times Stardust from win rewards. So yes, that's on a Monday. And then wild encounters for the event will be Cubone, Sunkern, Murkrow, Houndour, Sableye, and Roselia, all of which have shiny forms available. And then the if you're lucky, Pokemon are Sunflora, Drifloon, and Yamask, with Drifloon and Yamask having shiny forms available as well. And then from lures, those same Pokemon can pop up from lures, but in addition to that, you can also get an Alolan Marowak from lures. And Alolan Marowak can also be shiny. Incense and lures, I should say. And then there's going to be special field research tasks, and there's going to be a free event box and avatar items. I wonder if we're going to get a mask. Masks are... It doesn't actually say what the new items are going to be. It says a t-shirt. So I'm kind of actually a little disappointed that it's just a t-shirt. Because a mask, like a full face mask, is pretty iconic for... Dia de Muertos. So, there's that. And yeah. So get out there and have some fun, catch some Pokemon, and look forward to the rest of the podcast from Charles. You can find me at Joseph_Ard on Twitter. You can... I'm sure Charles will tell you, but I'll tell you as well. You can find him at RockGodOfPod on Twitter. You can follow the show at Pokemon Go Pod on Twitter. Or you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. You can find us almost every Thursday night at 8 p.m. At twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. If you want to leave us a speak pipe, you can go to PokemonGoPodcast.com. Click on the little icon on the right that pops up. And as long as you have an internet connection and a microphone, you should be able to leave us a speak pipe. If you want to send us an email, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. And yeah, sorry this is a weird little episode this week, but we got to do what we got to do. So, till next time, have a great day.